What's going on YouTube? Storm here, back here for video number 2. And we're definitely going to get into the anime side of things right now. And I want to talk about 3 things: downloading, prices of DVDs, and whether or not bad anime is actually overshadowing and pushing out a lot of the good anime. But first, let's tackle the downloading. And we've all downloaded something. I'm pretty sure there's not an anime fan that hasn't downloaded something at one point in time. Cause I know I've downloaded a couple things. I still do it. I still stream anime across my internet. But I also buy my anime DVDs. I usually purchase at least 1 or 2 things a month. But lately I've been purchasing a lot more. I've been trying to get my Blu-ray collection up. Right now I'm only at 2, but that's going to soon change. But is downloading hurting the industry? I think we all can admit, yeah, it is hurting the industry. It's definitely a problem. I don't know if it's a problem to the extent that the industry will make it out to be. Like, downloading is just what's killing the industry and the DVD market and everything. Well, we're going to get into the DVD market later on. My opinion on why it's dying out a little bit. But in my opinion, downloading is a good and evil. Is it bad that you're basically getting the animes for free and not really giving back to the people who made the anime? Yeah. But in the same vein, the companies could actually use this to actually move more of their merchandise to me. You have all this merchandise from all these shows, plushies, statues, model kits and stuff. Why don't you just use the fan subbers and all the the illegal downloaders and stuff, and just use that to move your product to sell more? Because you can sell a lot more stuff, because now your show is popular. You might not be selling a lot of DVDs, but you could be pushing a hell of a lot of merchandise out on people. Cause I know there's people who will buy pretty much anything: plushies, statues, models, manga. I would be pushing the hell out of all that stuff. And I would take the hit on the DVDs, but I would just be really focusing on the merchandising side of things. Because let's be honest, you're never gonna stop downloaders and people from streaming stuff online. It's just how things are going now, how everybody wants to do the media. Everybody wants to just stream it over the internet. Me personally, I prefer to have a physical copy of my anime, my DVDs. That's just how I am. I guess I'm old. I just prefer to have that physical copy in my hand, that I know I have it, and I know it's not going to go anywhere. But it just, to me, the anime industry definitely has to revise a lot of the things they're doing. They definitely have to, get over streaming on the internet. There's no way they're going to get around it. If they want to make some money back on their DVDs or just on the animes in general, they're going to have to start streaming it online. There's no way you're going to get around it. But streaming it for a price, a decent price, not overdoing it, but just at a reasonable price that somebody could sit down and say, a season of K-On! Or Gundam or whatever, $10, yeah, okay. But the thing I've noticed, when you go on PSN and you look at the animes, I think it's like $2 to $4 an episode. And I'm like, when you really think about it, I don't think PlayStation has the season pass like the Xbox, though, where you can just buy a season pass and you can just watch all that season for a certain price. I don't think PSN has that. And to me, that's the biggest thing, how they price the DVDs. How they price the episodes, if they do it. It has to be at a price that people will be more willing to part with that money if it's at a reasonable price. Maybe like $2 an episode. Maybe do like a whole season like they do on the Xbox, where you pay $10, $15 and you get the whole first season or something. Or you can just pay pay $20 and you get like a season pass and you can just watch all of it. But we're gonna move on to the next thing, which is definitely the prices of anime DVDs. And now I definitely am a person who I work 2 jobs and I bring home a nice little bit of money, but I don't really want to spend $40-50 on just one DVD. Even going on, I mostly shop on Amazon and I look for deals on all my anime DVDs. To me, when you get to a certain point, the DVDs have to be at a reasonable price. It doesn't make any sense that you're paying $40-50 for a DVD that came out 4 years ago. That doesn't even make any sense that you're paying almost the same price you would pay for a DVD that came out a few weeks ago. To me, Funimation thing is kind of something I was looking at, and I was kind of weird about how you say it's the save edition, but yet your DVDs are still like just as high as a regular DVD. You're charging like $25-30 for certain DVDs just because they were popular at that time. To me, Funimation Save Edition, none of their DVDs should be over $20. If you're trying to move that product, you have to really look and see, what's selling, because to me, I've bought a lot of them, and a lot of times I look at it and I just see $30 for this DVD, $15 for this DVD. It's like, to me, the Save Edition should be no higher than $20. If it goes over $20, then it's not a Save Edition. You're not saving any money. You're still paying regular price for a DVD that just says it's the Save Edition. And yeah, I know it's a box set and you're getting, like the complete series in the box for that $30-40. But it's definitely, pricing is definitely an issue in the anime industry. They not to the point that where it's over in Japan where you're paying like $70-80 for a DVD that has only like 2 or 3 episodes on it. They haven't gotten that crazy yet. But it's definitely something that the industry needs to look at and kind of just needs to kind of lower their prices a little bit. If you're trying to move product and you're trying to sell something, you have to look at the market. And people, it's a recession right now. People don't have as much money to just spend as they once did. So you really got to look at that and factor that into your decision. And, just be able to say, with people not spending as much, maybe we can lower the price of these DVDs. Like I said with the merchandise thing, we can lower the price of these DVDs. We can take a little bit of a hit on these DVDs, but we can make up for it in other areas like merchandising, appearances at conventions or whatever. But the companies don't seem to want to do that. They just want to seem to hold these DVDs at a certain price. And I wouldn't mind paying $30-40 for a DVD if the DVD actually had something other than just the series on it. And majority of the anime DVDs they have the episodes, clean ending, clean opening, and trailers for other DVDs that are from that company. And that's usually it. If they do have any extra features on it, it's usually either interviews with the Japanese voice actors or a music video from the Japanese, or a Japanese pop star video on it. And as much as I like that stuff, I actually would rather hear from the American voice actors, hear what their thoughts on stuff, hear how they felt about playing the character. It's nothing wrong with hearing from the Japanese side and what they thought about the characters, but I would rather hear from the English voice actors who play those characters more so than the Japanese one. And at least if they did that, put commentaries on the DVD. They actually put more than just stuff that you can just go online and see. I don't need a DVD with a bunch of trailers. Why did I just pay you $40 for a DVD that has nothing but the episodes and trailers? That to me is just a waste of money. Excuse me. And then we come up to bad anime. Is it overshadowing the good anime? This one's hard to me because everybody keeps saying there's not really any good anime that's coming out, and it's not. But when you really think about it, when the early 90s hit and they just had that anime explosion and they were just flooding the market with anime, just everything was just going in. It was just throwing everything in there. And now it's kind of like they kind of ran through all the good anime, and so now they're kind of trying to just rush through stuff and try to make new things, and it's not working as good. You know, you have your bits and pieces right there. You have your High School of the Dead, your Double O's, your Death Notes and stuff like that come along every now and again. But even High School of the Dead, I liked it, but I thought I would never get tired of fan service. At least a panty shot here and there, whatever. That's not bad. But it was like the first series that I sat and watched, and I was almost like, God, I wish they would stop with the panty shots and the breast shots. It was just getting to the point where it was starting to be just so annoying, and just you would be into the series, and then all of a sudden that would happen, a panty shot or something would go on, or they would get thrown in some sexual innuendo, and it would just pull you right back out. It would just make you just get frustrated with the series. But the market kind of dictates where it doesn't kind of it does it dictates where the industry is going. So if you say, well, I don't like where the industry is going, well, you need to speak with your money. If High School of Dead, all these Freezing, I'm gonna throw that, even though I kind of thought it was alright. If all these shows are basically doing the same thing, where it's just a lot of ecchi, a lot of panty shots, breast shots, just sexual innuendos, and people are buying it, and of course the market is going to swing that way because that's what's selling. So if you want to change the industry, you need to speak with your money more so than just speaking with your mouth, or just talking about it, or just talking about how bad the industry is getting. If you don't like something, don't buy it. If you don't support it and they see there's no support for it, they're not going to make that. They're going to try to do something different. If you support good anime, the bad anime will kind of fade away to the bad. You're never going to get rid of bad. There's always going to be either bad anime or bad dubs or whatever. The sub and dub thing, we'll probably get into that at another video. But it's always going to be bad anime. You're never going to get rid of it. But if you support the good anime and you push this forward, then the market will shift that way, because they see, hey, we got all these people over here with money buying this DVD. We need to start making our stuff more like that. But the industry definitely doesn't need to just fully swing one way or the other. There needs to be some innovation, some freshness brought into the industry. And that's kind of what's going on. The industry has kind of just gotten stagnant. Like there's nobody's doing anything new. It's just the same old cliche, tired young boy finds giant robot, finds mystical sword, and then he goes off and does his thing. He beats a whole bunch of people who have 10 times more experience than him, but he has some special mystical power that relies within, and all that bullshit. But the industry definitely has to come with it's definitely got to catch up with the times, and we as fans definitely have to start supporting the better animes, and kind of letting some of the ecchi stuff, kind of just telling them, just pretty much just telling them, hey, we like it, but can you back down from it a little bit? Can you do less of it? So that's my thoughts on the anime industry and those things. Talk to y'all later. Storm Shadow out.